What's going on, the Copywriting Call podcast? Your boy Loso 2.0, the copy got himself. I know you guys missed me for a couple of days. I've been getting some things together. For starters, a haircut. Right now it's not brushed up as much, but just know your boy is back. He's wavy, and let's get it, right? Just a couple updates, man. It is October, October, man. Definitely some exciting times for me. This is the month of my anniversary or whatever, my birth. You feel like I'm gonna be 25 years old, man. So definitely this month I already see some big things happening, created some new goals, stuff like that I actually want to go over with you guys with, right? So I already posted a podcast episode about it, but I kind of wanted to talk about it on the level of let me just check real quick for you real quick, right? So I already talked about it on the podcast. I wanted to talk about it on the YouTube, right? This is 20 hours ago. Okay, cool. So then I got to do another one. But whatever, though. Kind of talking about, I like to use the beginning of a month as a time to show gratitude, right? Show gratitude from where you came from and where you're going, right? And it's not in order to, compare yourself to me, right? We all move at the beat of a different drum, right? But it's also to, show gratitude to myself, keep myself honest, but also allow you to get a time to also do the same thing as well, right? You should be doing your achievements, right? That's why I'm over here helping people and achieve in 1 year what it takes most people to achieve in 3 to 4 years, just by getting that 1% better every single day, being a cleaner, man, a cleaner instead of a closer or cooler, right? But anyway, though, right? So just want to start talking about some things that I achieved in September. So let me just get my phone out right here. And please ignore my alarm goes off around the 5-minute mark. You know what I mean? I have it on for my wife, washing her hair. But some achievements that I achieved in September, right? I achieved score of 655 in chess, right? So you guys don't know, chess is there's a point system as you keep growing up, and I know chess is really great, right? And the reason why I wanted that to be, so my goal was to get to 700, which I'm not talking about the goal, I'm just talking about my achievements, right? Because chess allows you to think 10 moves ahead, right? I really feel like chess is an amazing game, and it allows you to do strategic thinking. Like, some of the best generals are chess players because, like I said, it helps with strategic thinking. It helps you think moves ahead. In pretty much anything that you do, right? Whether it's closing, whether it's basketball, boxing, they compare boxing to chess, a lot of stuff like that. It's because it helps with that. So that's why my goal is to be a chess champion one day, right? The second thing I achieved, right, is I was averaging 15 points per game in 2 leagues, right? Each one, so 15 in one, 15 in the other, right? Coming from before, when I told you guys, before I was struggling with confidence and stuff like that when it came to basketball, which I was a great basketball player, but I was holding myself back, right? It was never about the competition. It was always about me. How can I be better version of myself, right? So I start doing this in leagues, regardless if it's just, some adult leagues or whatever. It doesn't matter. Being able to do that is amazing. It means it's like, wow, like I'm really starting to come out of my shell. I know it's 10 years, later, 6 years out of high school type of thing. I understand that, right? But at the end of the day, my apologies right there. I know it's 6 years out of high school, but what? Better late than never, right? So the way I look at it is, if you're better at how you do one thing is how you do anything, right? So when basketball, when I'm going, I'm flowing, I'm being more aggressive, stuff like that, and I'm taking that just as serious as I take everything else, my foot's stretching a little bit, you are going to be confident, right? So it's just like, that's what was really amazing to me, right? The third thing, which was one of my biggest achievements, is I finished my book, right? And just reminded me, while I'm on here, keep me honest, I'm about to text my publisher right now, so... let me see if she got it. Sorry, I just want to see if she got a chance to look at my book, right? So I finished my book, right? Now, it wasn't nothing too amazing. It wasn't nothing too extravagant, though. But I can't wait for it to drop, man, for it to post. I want you guys to read it. I want you guys to see some of the things that I went through. Some of the things, but it's not for me, though, right? What it's for is for you, right? You motivate you, right? It's not about me. Like, I'm not going to be able to take you to the next level. What's going to be able to take the next level is yourself, right? I just like to tell my story in order to give you guys some guidance and stuff like that, or to show you that you can do it too, right? You can as well, right? Get into that 2.0 version of yourself, right? Better physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, any way you want to think about it, right? Financially, right? So then the fourth thing, right, is I already started on my second book, right? So after I finished my first book, I already started on my second book, which is going to be about sales and closing, right? Because I feel like sales is so important, right? Sales are how you persuade somebody, right, to take an action. That's literally all sales is. So for someone who tells me that you don't need sales, you are just straight up lying to yourself, because sales are the natural way of things, right? Let me give you an example, right? When it comes to, and that's what I talk about in my book, right? That sales are literally, if you don't know anything about sales, you are behind, because sales is really human psychology, and every person is in the people business, right? If you were in sales, you're in the people business, right? Because you are persuading someone to take an action, right? And that's in anything, right? Relationships, right? Relationships. You had to sell yourself to that person and show them that you were worthy enough to be a good, partner, right? You have to sell yourself at a job to show that you were a great candidate. You have to sell yourself in anything. So if you can't sell yourself, you can't sell anything. That's why sales is such an integral part of it. That's why my second book that I'm creating is going to be about sales and how to persuade people. It's going to have a lot of human psychology stuff and a lot of stuff to build in relationships, business, sports, anything you think of, right? The fifth thing that I achieved this month, right, was that, and like I said, this is just a recap of my month and what I achieved, right? Because every month you have to show gratitude for the month previously, because if you don't, you're not going to be, if you don't know where you came from, you will never know where you're going, right? So then the fifth thing that is my district that I took over, right? You guys are probably not going to really understand this, but my district ended at 3.3 alerts, 190 and 78% of premium, which that's the lowest amount of alerts they had in 6 months ever. And you want to get the 0 to 1 alerts, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, that the lowest ever that they've been at, right? And then 190, they were 220 something, so jump 30 spots. My goal is now to get even under the 100, so keep pushing for that. 78% of premium, right? Closer and closer, edging closer and closer to their goals. And a reason why I put that stuff down is because I want to see where I can improve on and where I can get at, right? And then I saved 200. I know this is crazy. Saved $260, right? But for someone who couldn't even save at all, this was definitely achieving for me. And it's funny that I was actually talking to my wife about it, right? Is that when I was saving money, that was when my goals, like save 260. I look in my savings at the exact time. I'm like, yo, this is funny. Literally 260. So it shows when you put exactly in there, whatever you put in there, you put into the universe, it always happens. Especially if you put in the work with it. And it literally goes exactly how you do it. I say 260, boom, open it up, 260 exactly, right? That's just crazy how that works, right? Another thing, got 16 YouTube subscribers, right? And that's amazing. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of my people, all the people who watch my stuff, all the people who are motivated by me each and every single day. I'm at 2,267 IG followers. Just going to keep building from that. 55 TikTok followers. 1,202 podcast listeners. And I sold one newsletter, right? Which is definitely amazing for me. And then as far as my email list goes, I'm at 122 subscribed to my email list, which is all growing, right? Starting off with 0 was great. I'm just going to keep growing and keep growing. Like I said, these are things this is what you should be doing at the beginning of every month. Looking back on your past month and looking at what you have achieved. And then now it's like, what are you going to achieve, right? So I had 19 things that I will achieve exactly, right? And I'm going to go through them fast, right? Get 755 in chess. I already explained the importance of chess. Average 22 points per game in all basketball leagues that I'm playing, and 5 assists, because I want to dish out and I want to score, but I also want to win, right? Maybe I should just put that in there. Publish my first book. Got a publisher, in the process of doing that. I just want to publish it so I can give it to you guys. Finished to page 50 of my new book, right? So I actually put in the work for my new book. End at 2.3 alerts, 95 in the country, 90% of premium in my district. That's just a personal thing. You guys probably really won't understand that. Fully staff my district. Make sure the right people are in the right places. What's the name? 32 YouTube subscribers. Right, so double it up. 244 email subscribers, double it up. 4,534 IG followers, doubling it. 110 TikTok followers. 14-day streak on Duolingo. See, I like to practice my language and stuff like that from, the other half of my family. Something I haven't learned, but the thing is this, right? When you learn another language, I'm just a constant student, right? I'm constantly trying to learn and, and grow myself. So yeah, that's definitely something I want to do. 2,404 podcast listens. I want to get 2 newsletter subscribers, right? So, look out for that September newsletter. That's all that's coming out. Save $1,000. That's definitely what I want to do. Buy a car now. So this is what I've been, getting, got the promotion, everything that I needed. Now it's about buying that car, right? So I'm definitely trying to buy my car, that Toyota RAV4. You guys are going to see me in a little bit, right? Work out every day. Continue to work with my body and continue to grow my mind just as much as I grow my body. Start studying the Bible with my, wife. We're just going to start studying it and growing it together a little bit. Do 22 interviews for my podcast, right? So if you have not been interviewed on my podcast, please go in and do it. And then book my first speaking gig, man. That's definitely something important for me too, because I want to speak in front of everybody and help our community out as much as possible. So that is my run through from September, what I'm achieving in October, and I'm gonna keep myself honest, and I want you guys to keep me honest as well, man. So that's pretty much all I have for today for you guys, man. I want you guys to keep killing the day, keep killing life, keep killing everything, man. Just remember, more than anything, you prayed for success like this. 2.0 out.